All right. Hello and welcome to Tuesday night Midwest Motorsports GT4 action. We are at the fabulous Suzuka track, and I'm glad you're joining us tonight. I am working solo without a camera guy, so we're going to do the best we can with the action cam. Hello again, and welcome to Suzuka. Max Bauer and Josh Bloom. Josh Bloom on the pole, Max Bauer outside front row. And going down the long straight for the famous 130R. Congratulations to Josh Bloom. Josh Bloom currently 11th in points. Great job for starting on pole, showing some speed here at the Suzuka circuit. 3.61 miles. Josh Bloom on the pole. Max Bauer, Shea McNeely, Johan DeRoy, round 2. Jason Phillips, Steve Hansel, row 3. Matt Schlosser, Sam Hubbard, AMS, row 4, 7th and 8th. Justin Fedorowski back from a hiatus last weekend. We're off. Josh Bloom in the Mercedes, Max Bauer in the purple Aston Martin. Don't forget, lap 1, all 4 X's will be reported or reviewed, at least. Looks like Shea McNeely and Max Bauer going around the exit of turn 2 together. Again, I'm not in control of the cameras. Oh, Shea McNeely goes around. Got into it with Max Bauer, maybe. Sorry, we're probably not going to get a replay. Johan DeRoy and Max Bauer, 2nd and 3rd. Riding with Matt Schlosser now. Matt Schlosser in the red car. Here's the replay. Johan DeRoy. No, that's Max Bauer. Shea McNeely looks like he lost it on his own, trying to go too wide through the S's. Really tough place to do that. Tough break for Shea, but he couldn't give up too much back position, getting lost behind. Thanks for the replay. Did not look like there was contact. Here's Matt Schlosser looking in on Justin Fedorowski with Steve Hansel right behind him. Steve Hansel with the new paint livery. Oh, Francis Faustino goes around, coming out of the hairpin in the back. Tough break for Francis Faustino. Matt Schlosser looking up at Justin Fedorowski. Again, I'm just going to call what I'm seeing. I'm not in control of the cameras, so forgive me for not going up in front, but Josh Bloom looks like he's got a pretty decent lead. Justin Fedorowski chasing down Jason Phillips. There they go. Matt Schlosser in the red. Steve Hansel, again with the, I don't know if that's the French colors, maybe red, white, and blue. Can't tell if that's blue or green for Italy. Not sure. Either way, cool paint job, Steve. Matt Schlosser looking inside. Fedorowski in the chicane decides not to do it this time. All lap 1 4Xs will be reviewed. I'm sure Max Bauer and Shea McNeely will be reviewed, but I don't think there'll be any action. But that's just me. Josh Bloom, first one back in the white Mercedes. Max Bauer down the long front straightaway. Double apex, first and second corner. Carry a lot of speed to turn 1, then hard braking straight line. Turn 2. Fedorowski going a little wide, leaving the door open for Schlosser. Steve Hansel waiting to pick up any scraps or leftovers. Maybe you can get them both. But Jason Phillips starts pulling away a little bit now. We're going to be green for 1 hour. I expect 1 pit stop. Probably not going to change tires. Can't make it the whole distance in fuel. So we got to stop at least once for fuel. Keep an eye on when he comes in. Matt Schlosser getting some great airtime tonight. Trying my best to control the cameras, but I got you. Pretty much going to try to call the race. Best I can. All good, Josh. Thank you. Matt Slosser and Justin Fedorowski side by side down the long backstretch. 130 yards, almost flat out, light lift. On the left, Schlosser decides better of it. They both will lose time if you go through there side by side. So Schlosser, hopefully Fedorowski goes wide. That's exactly what Schlosser was doing, putting pressure on. Fedorowski has no choice but to give up the go. And now that allows Schlosser to go through the chicane solo and set his sights up ahead. Jason Phillips. Josh Bloom, Johan DeRoy, Max Bauer, 1, 2, and 3. All single file so far. I do know that Justin Thaler and Dan Gish started in the pit lane. Justin Thaler's up 5 spots to 22nd. Justin Glickner must have had he's already been in the pits, maybe for some damage. Unless he did a pit lane start just to be safe. All good. We're still riding with Matt Schlosser. Degna 1 and Degna 2, 2 right-handers, very important to get right before the hairpin. Looks like Johan DeRoy's got around. Johan DeRoy's trying to get around Josh Bloom there up in front. Can't quite make it. That's a very famous spoon corner. Again, a double apex, third gear. Double left, Josh Bloom, Johan DeRoy, Max Bauer, Jason Phillips, Matt Schlosser, Justin Fedorowski, Steve Hansel. Then the AMs, Sam Hubbard, Michael Odell. Good run for Michael Odell. Here's a replay. Coming into the hairpin. What happens here? Oh, a little bit of contact. All it takes is to send him around. Not sure exactly who that was. Tough break the hairpin, a really hard place to go too wide. You really have to carry a lot of speed in there to make that pass happen. And the guy you're passing has to know that you're there to leave room. It's like Jason Phillips applying pressure to Max Bauer now. Steve Hansel putting pressure on Justin Fedorowski, putting pressure on Matt Schlosser. The S is very tricky section. Coming up to final curve 7, and then Dunlop, the hard left. Very important to get this right. Almost full throttle, easy to push out to the right because you're carrying a lot of speed down here. The two Degnas. Justin Fedorowski wants that position back from Schlosser into the Degnas. Degna 1 makes Schlosser go narrow. Steve Hansel looking inside doesn't make it work. Sam Hubbard on the outside of Steve Hansel. 3 wide going into the hairpin. Here we go. Sam Hubbard, Steve Hansel, and Justin Fedorowski in the yellow. Hubbard in the red Mercedes, red and silver Mercedes. Steve Hansel knows he's there, does a great job. That's the only way you can go too wide there. Making sure Steve Hansel knows that Sam Hubbard is there. Great racing. Good job, Steve, for leaving space. Wait for another chance to get the position back. Later in the race, Steve Hansel, very good GT4 rider. I'm sure he's going to size up. We see somebody's off. It's Jason Phillips. Jason Phillips, last week's winner, spins off in the spoon corner. Really easy to get wrong. Trying to carry as much speed as you can, but it's going to cost him speed all the way down the straightaway. Here he is coming into the spoon. Does he get a wheel off on the right? Carrying too much speed. Goes off to the left in the curbs. Off throttle oversteer. Not sure if he got his braking wrong or a little too much steering input. Car was understeering and we released the brakes all the way. The car finishes steering. A little too much brake bias to the rear. Tough break for Jason Phillips. He's not going to give up. He's still in this thing. Still running 8th, way up in the points. It's important to get top 10 points, I think, in the championship. You can recover from 40 or 50 point loss. Rival, but Josh Bloom. Here's Jason Phillips riding in the car on the nose. I love it. If we can keep this camera for a minute, I would be okay with that. The sun right in your face. They go over the final S turn into Dunlop. Here we are with Shea McNeely working his way back through traffic. Thank you, cameraman, looking up at Taylor Montague. Taylor Montague is the one that spun earlier hairpin. So Shea McNeely, a pro, through Dunlop. Nice work, Taylor Montague. Thank you. Letting Shea go, recognizing he's not in class. Going through the Degness. Next up for Shea McNeely is Aaron Holder. But yeah, Taylor Montague and Adrian Fedorowski now. Coming to the hairpin. Shea McNeely looking at Aaron Holroyd. Shea McNeely in the white and blue Porsche. Aaron Holroyd. The Aston Martin. Shea McNeely tightens up the exit of the hairpin. Not quite enough to get around Aaron just yet. Boone is the next corner. We saw Jason Phillips go. Shea McNeely saying, hey, I'm coming through, Aaron. Let me through. Aaron not obligated to let him go. Shea McNeely takes it. No contact there. Coming through, Shea McNeely showing to be the faster car. Through Spoon. Now Taylor Montague is getting attacked by Adrian Fedorowski, the brother of Justin. Good to see the Fedorowskis back after vacation off week last week. Maybe they were working, I'm not sure. Vacation from the GT4 car. All right, Taylor Montague now wants around Aaron Holroyd. Too wide through the famous corner, the chicane, the last section before the start of the lap. Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost, some history there. Adrian Fedorowski and Michael Zepp. Good for Michael Zepp to get some airtime. Back up to 5th with Sam Hubbard, Matt Slosser, Justin Fedorowski, Steve Hansel. These guys have been going at it. Shout out to Sam Hubbard, who's moved up a couple spots since we last checked in. Josh Bloom, Johan DeRoy still less than half a second behind them. Up front, status quo, bro. The freight train. Johan DeRoy just being patient. We're watching Michael Zepp, Aaron Holroyd, and David Wortman. Back up now with Matt Slosser. Looking at Josh Bloom. Sorry, Sam Hubbard. Sam Hubbard in the silver and red Mercedes. Justin Fedorowski having a great run in 4th. Here's a replay. Oh, Glockner going around and around twice. In the S's that's coming out of turn 1. Tough break for Glockner. That was another Mercedes. I guess that might be Nicholas Calguru in the BMW, late entry. Glickner going around. Tough break. He's going to get back in it. I don't know. I'm here. I'm not sure if you hear me. See if I can go to the broadcast. I'm talking. Let's see. My screen goes green in the broadcast. So, all good. Sorry about that. I'm getting messages. And I might have lost me on the stream. But all good. Carry on like it never happened. Let's see if I can go back to video. Apologies. No problem. No problem. We got 2 guys doing 4 or 5 guys' work tonight, so apologize for the technical difficulties. We're having a great race at Suzuka. 18 turns, 3.6 miles. Very famous track. A hairpin, a little bit of banking to help you there. Justin Fedorowski doing a great job holding down third from Matt Schlosser. Sam Hubbard and the gray Vodafone Mercedes. Steve Hansel right behind him. This is closest battles on the track right now. They're going back and forth. Definitely where the action is, right here in the heat of top 5 or 6. Justin Fedorowski heading down to 130R. Sam Hubbard using all the, Matt Schlosser's around. Got out, into the barriers. Parts flying everywhere. He's going to need a fast reset for that one. I hope Schlosser can come drive to the pits and not lose that whole lap. Steve Hansel now eyeing it up. Here's the replay. 130R. It's a little bit wide to the right. And just, too much oversteer. Fedorowski goes wide. They were really hauling the mail. Schlosser backs it into the barrier. Slams on the brake. Good job not running into oncoming traffic. Once the Tweety Birds settle down, gets it going back again. Steve Hansel now gets around Sam Hubbard. So moves Steve Hansel up to 5th. Justin Fedorowski still holding down 4th. Tough break for Matt Schlosser. He's having a great run. 15 minutes down. Can't believe it's only been 15 minutes. Like I've been talking for an hour already. Hope you're having a good time. Don't forget to follow the Twitch stream if you're on with us. Drop us some comment in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Let's see if Sam Hubbard can get Steve Hansel back in the hairpin. Steve Hansel definitely made a move. Steve Hansel drives defensively. Hubbard on the outside going in deep. Can't make it work. Jason Phillips, after a spin and spoon, worked his way all the way back up to the crowd now. So Jason Phillips showing some raw speed. Spun it and spoon, got all the way down to 8th. Now he's back up fighting for 6th. Shout out, let me give a shout out to Michael Odell, Adolfo Castillo, and Billy Jordan, all with top 10 runs so far. Shea McNeely, after lap 1 incident, all the way back up to 11th. So don't count Shea McNeely out either. I doubt we're going to see a full course yellow. Here's Matt Schlosser. Okay. 25th for Matt Schlosser. Glickner's in the pits. Hope he's not writing it off. Josh Bloom. We got a battle for the lead. Here it is. Coming down the front straightaway. Josh Bloom must have got a bad exit through the chicane. Johan DeRoy on the inside. Double apex right. Bloom leaves room. Johan DeRoy on the inside in the purple Porsche. Max Bauer in the purple Aston Martin. Josh Bloom in the white Mercedes. Now in a purple sandwich. Those are the leaders going through the S's. Huge rhythm section. 42 minutes to go. 18 minutes down. Let's see if Johan DeRoy decides to put the pedal down and start cranking out some fast laps. To go through Dunlop curve. Here it is, very hard left. 2 right-handers coming up, very important. You can carry a lot of speed. Easy to get it wrong. Josh Bloom looking up at Johan DeRoy. First one, take a lot of curb. Upsets the car much slower. Second, Degna. Now we're headed towards the hairpin under the crossover. A few tracks that have a crossover in the world. That is the bridge we'll go over here in a second. And into the hairpin left. Banking. Johan DeRoy takes some curb there on the inside. That's not normal. Now we're going over the crossover bridge. Just went under. And we're headed back down towards Spoon now. To the long sweeping turn 12. I'm sorry. Yeah, headed towards turn 13 and 14. Spoon left-hander. That's where Jason Phillips spun. And riding down a long back straight. It's important to try to catch a slipstream as much as you can. Not sure if Max Power's too close behind to take a defensive line. Let's see how Josh Bloom does this 130. This is where Matt Slosser just spun left, light lift, and back on the throttle to the chicane. Hard on the brakes, right, then a left, like some curb here. It's going to lead you onto the front straightaway. Looking at the Ferris wheel. Hopefully we can stay in this camera a little bit longer. Down the front straightaway, across the start-finish line. This is where the race will be to the finish. Flashing lights there as Josh Bloom right along with him for a lap. Thank you, director. Johan DeRoy with the lead. Josh Bloom in second. Riding now with Sam Hubbard. Nicholas Calguru in the MotoGP Repsol. Calguru driver. He's in the BMW. Back with Sam Hubbard. Phone Mercedes. Looking up at Steve Hansel. You can see the braking. You try to want to carry as much speed as you can through the S's. Jason Phillips behind these guys. Let's see. Jason Phillips is still biding his time to decide where the best place is to gain time and then make a pass. Back to the leaders now. And the BMW. First look at the BMW. Don't see a lot of BMWs. There are 2 BMWs in the whole series. Nick Calguru has made it back. Race with us tonight. Repsol BMW. So it's finally now coming through on the curve. Looking up at Michael Zepp in the Gulf colored Porsches. Taylor Montague in the Mercedes. 2 wide through the Degnas. Calguru with the BMW. Gets around Montague. Francis Faustino. Montague just kind of got stuck in a bad spot there. See how aggressive Calguru is in the hairpin. Not this time. Oh no. Max Power gets around Josh Bloom as well. Taylor Montague, Michael Zepp, Nicholas Calguru, Francis Faustino right behind. This is 2019, 18, 17. Johan DeRoy, Max Power in front. Here we go, Steve Hansel. Oh no! Oh, in front of Sam Hubbard. Oh, tough break. That's 130R again. Oh, Steve Hansel. Sam Hubbard, just a victim of wrong place, wrong time. Oh, that stinks. Tough break. Here we go. Back to 130R. These guys are finally making it through. Shows you how far back these are. But oh, Steve Hansel's going to beat himself up for that. He comes into the pits to get a fast reset. Fast repair, I should say. Oh, I gotta feel bad for Steve Hansel. Having a great run, made up spots, and not sure if he was feeling pressure from Sam Hubbard or if he did it on his own. Calguru gets around Michael Zepp. I feel bad for Steve Hansel. Steve Hansel does a lot for the league, Midwest Motorsports League. I'd like to see him have a good run and not beat himself up. He's his own worst critic and should take it a little easier on himself. Hard on himself. He knows he's a better driver. Hasn't quite got the consistency over 60 minutes yet, but keep trying, Steve. I know you're worthy. You'll get it, man. Keep your head in the game. Believe in you. Speaking of, we're riding with Justin Thaler. Speaking of league admins, McLaren with the blue wheels. That's Justin Thaler. Started from the pit lane, remember. Dead last. Up to 15th already. Working on David Wortman. Justin Thaler going through Spoon. I know Justin likes this track. Inside of Spoon. Wortman goes wide, lets him go. Thank you, David. Let's not forget David Wortman, high up in the championship series. Update. Justin Glickner in the lead. David Wortman only 50 points back. So David Wortman needs a good run. Currently 15th. Steve Hansel, not again. Oh no, he runs over. Oh, that guy was trying to let him go. I think that was Spoon. Steve Hansel, was he fighting Keith Hurlbutt? Sorry, Keith. Steve, still seeing red after that last incident. The 130R was not expecting Keith to leave him that much room, but Keith can't disappear. So I don't think you did anything wrong, Keith. Steve says, my bad. All right, back with Nick Calguru and Michael Zepp. Michael Zepp's got back around Guru. So these guys are figuring out how to get around the track, Suzuka track. Calguru inside of Dunlop, really hard place to pass. Don't forget the next two right-handers. Degna 1 and 2, pretty fast. First one, slower second, and then headed back to the hairpin. So create a little space, gain time through this one, accelerate, and then pop out for the hairpin. Little kink headed up to it. You just lost your device. I'm not sure. Testing. Thank you. All right, back to the front. Max Bauer putting pressure on Johan de Roy. Johan de Roy in the Porsche in the lead. Max Bauer second. Notice the sun is going down. No line on the horizon. Sun's going down. Let's see who got their headlights. We're not even halfway yet. A significant change in daylight. There's not a lot of lights around this track. So I hope you know where your button box is for the headlights. Max Bauer lost a little distance on that. Run through the S's. The Porsche seems to be a little faster. Maybe Max Bauer saving some tire later on in this race. Through the Degnas 1, Degna 2. .208.65 for Max Bauer, currently fast lap race. Johan de Roy's best at 208.77 on his last lap. I will say the best GT4 is a 2-minute 20 for the GT4 year. So, guys, about 10 seconds faster. I think you can thank iRacing Balance of Performance for that one. All good. Working the 12th lap, coming up to the end of the 13th lap. These three have been top three the whole race. Johan de Roy, Max Bauer, and Josh Bloom. Josh Bloom, the white Mercedes, the pole sitter. Johan de Roy in the lead in the Porsche. Max Bauer working his way through the chicane. Coming up on halfway, I thought I'd tell you, Midwest-Motorsports.com is the place for everything Midwest Motorsports. You want to join the league? We have 3 Oval Series and a Road Series. As we watch Matt Slosser go through John Haslin. Hey, look at that. We got a QR code. Scan the QR code. Thank you, Josh. Scan the QR code. That'll take you to the link tree. That'll take you right to all of our Twitch stream, our Facebook, Insta, everything Midwest Motorsports right there on the screen. Also the Cool Down Lap podcast. We're going to have a weekly update on the podcast. I'll be joining Greg Grice, Eric Thaler, the league founder, Justin Thaler, Steve Hansel. We have guests drop in all the time. The Cool Down Lap. Click the QR code on the screen. It'll take you to the link tree. Look for the Cool Down Lap podcast. Anything Midwest Motorsports, if you want to join the league, 3 oval leagues, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the GT4 league that you're watching on Tuesdays. Be glad to have you. Here we are with Adolfo Castillo looking up at Michael Odell, going through Degna 2 into the hairpin. Crossover. Michael Odell does a good job holding the inside line. Makes Adolfo Castillo and the 711 Porsche go a long way around. And there's Shea McNeely working his way up into the top 8 now. Got to see if he can get through these guys. Shea McNeely is a pro. Adolfo Castillo and Michael Odell AMs. They're doing the best they can. No obligation to pull over. Shea's going to have to get around him on merit. Shea leaves a little bit of space to get some acceleration on the exit. See if he can slipstream, head it down towards the 130R, then the chicane. See if we can watch this happen. Adolfo Castillo, meanwhile, to get around Michael Odell into 130R. This is where everybody has spun. Steve Hansel, Sam Hubbard, Mike Schlosser, everybody spun right there. Now Shea McNeely trying to apply pressure. Be patient to the chicane. Accelerate through the exit of the chicane. See if you can get them both into turn 1. See, Shea McNeely carries a little more speed. Not too much because you want to stay in the slipstream. Both Porsches, both have their foot on the floor. Shea McNeely definitely carried a little more speed. Now has the slipstream, deciding when to pop out. I hope Adolfo Castillo sees him. Shea McNeely dives down into turn 1. Stays tight. Great racing move. That is how you make a pass and park on the apex on the exit. Or for Adolfo Castillo to cross over and threaten. Typical pro move. Shea McNeely in the HPI blue and white HPR Porsche. Now looking ahead at Michael Odell. Shea McNeely, after spinning on lap 1, going all the way to the back, works his way back up to 6th, 21 seconds behind the leader. Shea McNeely with raw pace. 2:08.9 is his best. To a 2:08.6 for Max Power. So pretty amazing for Shea McNeely to only be 21 seconds back. As they go through the hairpin, looking up at Michael Odell. Odell goes a little wide on the apex, on the exit of the hairpin. So go over the crossover bridge now. Slipstream, let's see if it takes a whole lap. If we can do it. Boom. Not here. Double apex left. This is where Jason Phillips. Yep, Shea McNeely with a much better line on the exit. More speed right on the rear bumper of Michael Odell. Michael Odell, no doubt, sees him. Just a matter of where, running very defensive. Not worth the risk to go too wide and lose it here. If you can get him on the chicane. Another pro move to get inside of the hairpin. Chicane. Not this time. Adolfo Castillo thought he saw it opening. Shea's going to try to make a move in turn 1. If Adolfo Castillo comes into the pits. Nice move, Adolfo. Looks like you were being held up a bit. Pretty smart. Just past the 30-minute mark. We got some other takers. Sam Hubbard, Justin Fedorowski, also in the pit lane. Johan DeRoy and Max Bauer, though, out front. I think they're going to run their tank dry. Johan DeRoy wearing the number plate 1 proudly, as he was last season champion, showing that he is still the class of the field, the alien Johan DeRoy. Oh, real wide on the exit. Degna 2. Very easy to do, trying to carry as much speed as possible. Applying pressure is Max Power, the Aston Martin behind. Great camera work. I'm not sure if this is the action cam or if I'm getting some help there from my buddy working the stream, but either way, great job. Miss Colin, but doing a great job of showing the lead here in the front. Johan DeRoy and Max Bauer. Max gets a good run. You can tell how much wider the Aston Martin is than the Porsche. as far as frontal air impact. You can see both sides of the Aston Martin straight ahead at the Porsche. Are they going to come in? 25 minutes to go. These guys must be good on fuel. Less than half a second separating them. See if they come in this time. Johan de Roy comes. Max Power stays out. Here it is. This is going to be the turning point of the race. Johan de Roy slows it down to pit lane speed limit. Max Power, now is the time to put the pedal to the metal. Turn the purple lap of your life. Pit, get out faster than Johan de Roy. 1 lap shorter on fuel fill. So maybe spend a little bit less time plugged into the gas, to the gas man. Jason Phillips also decides to pit. Shea McNeely also decides to pit. Let's see if Max Power goes 1 hot lap longer or 2 hot lap longer. Try to get that overcut. We will find out right now. This is going to be the turning point of the race. So far, at least. Max Power doing a quali lap. That's coming on the screen to get him. Check the right column settings. Rest sectors. Close. .07. Max Power right now trying to crank out some really fascinating is 27.3 for second sector. Another super fast sector. Jason Phillips is the second best, 27. Now does a 27.38. Max Power 27.32 for the second sector. So, these guys just right up on it. Final chicane for Max Power. See if he stays out, does another overcut. If he comes in, he's coming in. Hammer down to the line. Don't speed past the line. Oh, that was close. That might be speeding. I don't know. Looks like he waited to the last second to brake. Hit your marks. Hope that your tire guys don't drop any lug nuts. Michael Odell, you have to stop. Johan de Roy, current leader, not through 130R yet. Here he is. This is going to be the tell of the tape. See where Max Power comes out of the pits at the end of the front straightaway. So through the chicane, Michael Odell decides to come in also. I don't see Max Power. I don't see, there he is, Johan de Roy. Where's Max? Still in the pit. I pit out. There he is. Here's the race for the lead. That's the overcut, fellas, boys and girls. Now, Max Power, his tires have had a little bit of time to cool down. Johan de Roy's outlap did not match Max Power's stay outlap, is overcut. And that is how you get past somebody. You can't get by him on the track, called the overcut. Now Max Power is going to make his Aston Martin really wide. It's going to be really difficult for Johan de Roy to get past. It's going to take a mistake from Max or a really good for Johan, who now has his tires up to temp. Max Power tires may have cooled down a little bit. Stopped to get fuel, but I guess it's not very much. So now it's about tire conservation, and let's see if Johan will pressure Max Power into making a mistake. Johan de Roy, I bet, is seeing red right now as the headlights lead the way as we go into darkness at Suzuka. Over the crossover, headed towards Spoon. Turns 13 and 14. Spoon curve. From the outside looking in, it looks like a soup spoon. Down the long back straightaway to 130. Still a lot of racing left. 20 minutes to go. Max Power trying to warm his tires up. Easy, buddy. Big risk. Total control for Max Power through the chicane. It's not over. Do not take the hats to victory lane until the checkered flag is flown. Here we are back at Shea McNeely working on Steve Ansel now. Shea McNeely gets by. Steve Ansel's had 2 spins. I believe Steve Ansel still might need a pick for fuel, depending on how much he got when he came in for his fast repair. I'm not sure if he can go all the way. This is on a heavy fuel save. Shea McNeely working on Sam Hubbard now. Remember Steve Ansel and Sam Hubbard spun together. No wrongdoing on Sam's part. Sam knows that Shea McNeely is in the pro class. The headlights are on full blast. They're going to be needed for the next 20 minutes. As we work Suzuka, round 6, 20. Don't forget we have 2 drops for the championship for the season. So your lowest 2 races will not count. Shout out to Sam Hubbard for working that blue windshield banner, repping the Midwest Motorsports colors. Steve Ansel, much easier to read livery there. Nice light blue, red, white, and blue in the back. Grading paints contest. Everybody trying to outwit themselves on their paints. See some more cool paints. Definite way to get some air time. I know Christopher Hopper picked up a new sponsor this week, according to Discord. Christopher Hopper has some Yes Fans sponsorship. A new decal. Supposed to be good for at least a 10th to go along with his new wheelbase. Totally redid his sim rig in the last couple of weeks. Good for 15th place currently. There he is, Max Power, leading Johan de Roy by over half a second, but only just. It's going to take just one mistake. That's all it's going to take. He's got to run about 7 or 8 perfect laps to stay in front of Johan de Roy. Sam Hubbard currently leading the AM division. Michael Odell having a good run also. Shout out to Michael Odell in the Porsche, currently 9th, looking up at Steve Ansel. Max Power comes around the final turn, 18. Past the huge grandstands, the checkered flag. 16 minutes. Johan de Roy, blinking Max, trying to distract him. Only reason I think he can do that, or he's just saying hello. think a big mistake from Max. We did see him make a mistake at Nürburgring, but I think he learned his lesson. Really smooth through the S's. Final S just gets longer. Dunlop curve gets longer and longer as the race goes on. Seems like it gets longer. Front right tire heats up. Now it's scorching the front left. Go through the Degnas, looking up at a lap car. Here we are. Steve Hansel and Michael Odell. Michael Odell in the Red Bull Porsche behind Steve Hansel. Looking up at Sam Hubbard. So this is a great race here. 7th, 8th, and 9th. I lose my voice as the race carries on. Michael Odell looking for a way around Steve Hansel. Be patient, be patient. Don't force both of you into crash. The Red Bull Porsche is Michael Odell. The light blue Porsche in front, Steve Hansel. Headed down towards Spoon. See what happens. Michael Odell all over the back of the Porsche of Steve Hansel. Can't do it. Using all of Spoon. The next real passing zone is going to be the chicane. Oh, using all of the exit curb there, Michael Odell. Steve Hansel now looking up at Sam Hubbard into turn one. Is he going to pop out? Not this time. Pulled away from Michael Odell that time to the chicane. Steve Hansel with a little bit of breathing room behind him. Not much. Through the S's. Really takes a lot of discipline to go through those S's and not overwork your tires or your car and get offline, especially as your tires now are dropping into the 80%, maybe even below 80% by now. A lot of curb for Steve Hansel and Degna 1, a little bit less than 2. Under the bridge, headed towards the hairpin again. Michael Odell with another good run on the exit. Steve Hansel and Michael Odell giving it everything. And they do it. I tell you, Shane McNeely's worked his way up to 6th. He's 10 seconds back from Justin Federowski, so he's kind of on his own. Jason Phillips in 4th. Josh Bloom from Omaha, Nebraska, still holding down the podium spot. This battle for 7, 8, and 9. But also, Johan DeRoy and Max Bauer still about a quarter of a second apart from each other, so they're playing follow the leader. Right now, there's Max Bauer going through traffic. That's what the big deal is. All right, number 2. That's going to be Kevin Mayer. Leader's on you. Thank you, sir. Around the outside, Degnas. Nice work. Thank you, Kevin. Dan Gish, you're next on the list. I know you're working Michael Zepp up there in front of you. This is the battle for the lead. Max Bauer doing everything he can to get through traffic. It's going to be tough. Dan Gish also had a pit lane start, so good run for Dan Gish currently. Now the leader's behind him. See if Max Bauer can not get held up at the right time. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you, sir. Good move. Nice move for the number 3 car, Michael Zepp. Thank you, guys. I hope Michael Zepp doesn't get taken advantage of there by Gish from letting them both go. Dan Gish and Michael Zepp, a tough break. But you guys did the right thing letting the leaders go. Definitely earned some street credit from me and from the leader. Sure. Oh, it looks like Michael Odell got around Steve Hansel. And that is coming to Boone. So somewhere in the S's or afterwards, while we were in the lead for the front, Michael Odell did a great job getting around Steve Hansel. And he got around him clean. Sure, once he was there, Steve didn't put up big of a fight. Not Steve's best day, still doing good, holding down 9th place. But Michael Odell now looking up at Sam Hubbard. Maybe Hansel was holding him up. Here we go. Adrian Fedorowski. In the Porsche. Man, back to Michael Odell. Not quite there for Sam Hubbard. Let's see what happens down the straight. Popped out a little bit too early. Sam Hubbard's going to go defense into turn 1. One move's all you get. He left from the side. See if he can park it on the apex and not let Odell get him on the exit. We head towards the S's now. Good defensive driving by Sam Hubbard. Great driving. Michael Odell showing his course prowess, or at least his Suzuka prowess. Michael Odell in the Red Bull Porsche. Looking at Sam Hubbard, this is about where he got it done. And Steve Hansel, here we go. Michael Zepp. It's back around Dan Gish. No, that's your pole sitter, Josh Bloom, coming through traffic now. As Odell did not get him. He comes the chicane down towards. There we go, back and forth. Josh Bloom in the white Mercedes. Qualified on the pole, currently 3rd. Having a great run. Seven minutes to go. It was about 3 laps. Josh Bloom coming up to lap Dan Gish. Thank you, Dan. Go back to the front. Looks like Michael Zepp returned the favor there on Dan Gish and got around him. Dan Gish allowed Bloom to go through. So courteous driving all around. It's all racing. I'm sure Dan Gish, everybody's having a good time. Hey, nice blink. Sam Hubbard. John Aslin, we appreciate you for letting the guys go. Good use of the lights there. Josh Bloom, Odell going at it. Sorry, Sam Hubbard. Nope. Sam Hubbard and Michael Odell. 7th and 8th. Through the hairpin. And the exit now. Max Bauer has stretched a big lead. Oh, no, he hasn't. Less than a quarter of a second. My time I need to refresh. Michael O'Dell got his eyes on the rear bumper. Hubbard. Nice. I see the split now. Thank you. Sam Hubbard, Michael O'Dell. This is for first in the AM classes. Great timing tower change. Thank you, Josh. Now we're looking at the classes. Max Bauer, Johan DeRoy, Pro. Josh Bloom still third. Jason Phillips worked his way all the way back up to fourth. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Justin Fedorowski holding down fifth. Jay McNeely all the way back up to 4 minutes to go. Michael O'Dell. Sam Hubbard. This is your AM lead coming up on Kevin Mayer. So go through the Dunlop. Hard left to the front right tire, just screaming, hollering, easy. Josh Bloom, Michael O'Dell through Degna 1, Degna 2, now headed to the hairpin. Let's see how Kevin Mayer decides to let him go. Before or after the hairpin. Maybe in the middle of the hairpin. Goes wide, move Kevin. That way a slow exit, slow corner. Don't lose any speed at all. Nice work. That's how you let somebody go. Great job, Kevin. And these guys, Sam Hubbard and Michael O'Dell, for the AM lead. As the gap up front is over a second now. We are looking at the race for the AM lead as Michael O'Dell uses all of the exit. Boom. 3 to go. This lap, maybe one more, well, maybe 2 more after this one. We shall see. Jason Phillips going around Dan Gish now. Jason Phillips currently 4th after spinning and spoon. So considering the spin, without the spin, I'm sure he's still be right up there. Shout out to Christopher Hopper once again. Thank you, Zep. Christopher Hopper currently 5th in the AM. With that new SimQ wheel. It's the nighttime at Suzuka. 2 minutes to go. Are they going to get another lap? Sam Hubbard and Michael O'Dell still working. Max Bauer, Johan DeRoy. Here we go. Sam Hubbard and Michael O'Dell. Sam Hubbard in the Mercedes, Michael O'Dell in the Red Bull Porsche. This is for the AM lead. 1.5 minutes to go. I'm guessing they're going to get around one more lap. Amazing racing here in this Midwest Motorsports GT4 League. Sam Hubbard and Michael O'Dell going at it. This is the final minute of the race. Johan DeRoy is not going to catch Max Bauer unless there's a major mistake. This is the battle for the AM lead. Around 130R is going to get one more lap. So this is it. Michael Odell pops out, shows them the headlights. We're going to do it. One more lap. Let's watch this all the way to the finish. Michael Odell in the Red Bull Porsche. Sam Hubbard in the Vodafone Mercedes. A throwback scheme to Formula One. In the slipstream, can he do it this time? Once again, Sam Hubbard takes the inside defensive line. It's going to make Odell go around the long way. Really hard to pass out there and hold the ground. Can't do it through the S's. Hard place to pass here. Unless one guy makes a major mistake. Really, there's single file through here. Unless you're very, very brave. One more right. This one just slows down. Starts to drop away. Goes downhill. Front left screaming. And then go up the hill on Dunlop. Long turn into the Degnas. This is where Odell has been strong. This is where he got around Steve Hamilton. So let's see if Odell do it here through the Degnas into the hairpin. Degna 1, Sam Hubbard. Degna 2, remember, Sam Hubbard spun earlier. And is now still leading this AM field. The inside takes away the inside line from Odell. Here we go. Race is now towards Spoon. Sam Hubbard pushing the pedal through the floorboard of that Mercedes. Did not push it any harder than he is. All right, nice and smooth through Spoon. Let's see. All the curb. Odell tries to carry a little more speed. See if he can get a run on the exit. Sam Hubbard, nice and easy. On the exit, Odell uses all the curb. Trying to take advantage and carry as much momentum as he can. Top 3 are through the checkered flag. Good job, Justin Fedorowski. You're in 5th. Student driver. Like that. That's funny. Let's go back. Sam Hubbard still has it. Let's see if he can take it. Where's the battle for the AM lead? Max Bauer. There he goes. Max Bauer, congratulations with the win. Looks like Sam Hubbard. I'm looking for a checkered flag. I don't see it. Both flashing their lights there. Parade lap. Congratulations. Great race for you guys. Sam Hubbard holds them off. There it is. Couldn't quite do it. Michael Odell, 3 seconds back, so he must have got held up. But here's your overall winners after nose to tail the entire 60 minutes. Johan DeRoy and Max Bauer. It was all about the overcut tonight. Sweet revenge for Max Bauer after spinning last week. Nürburgring. Here he is, Max Bauer. Super slow-mo. He knows it's in the bag. Check your rearview mirror one more time. Coming across the line. Say hi to Barney. And out the window. Pumping his fist. Barney waving the flag in the booth. In the flag stand. And Johan DeRoy. That was the race for the lead. They definitely checked out from 3rd place. The pole sitter, Josh Bloom, is going to be really happy with that. Josh Bloom will take 3rd place. He'll be happy with it, take it to the bank. After a pole, some bonus points for leading laps. Congratulations to everybody involved. Thank you, everybody, for showing up for Midwest Motorsports iRacing League. We really appreciate you. We're going to try to get some guys in for interviews if we can. Hopefully, if you're listening on the stream and you're in the race today, there it is. There's your results for the AM. Sam Hubbard over Michael Odell. Ralpho Castillo, nice 3rd. David Wortman, 4th. Good showing for Dave. Where's your leader, Glickner? Justin Glickner, last. That's not going to help his points. So keep your eye on Sim Racer Hub for the points as this week progresses. Steve will put up the points on Sim Racer Hub after all the post-race penalties go through. And once again, Max Bauer, sweet revenge after last week's Nürburgring fail. Max Bauer, great race tonight, man. You did it. Checkered flag. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It was a tough piece of work today.
I saw it. Yeah. Sorry, Max. I saw Josh Bloom on the pole. Really fast lap. Johan de Roy. You guys were 1, 2, 3, nose to tail, pretty much the whole race. And it came down to the pit stop. Was it your plan to go opposite strategy, or thinking about pitting first?
Yeah, Johan was asking me if I'm gonna pit right now or if I do another lap. And I didn't know until the very end. And then he decided to go in, and I took a look at my fuel and was like, okay, dang it, let's just try it. And it was very, very close. I almost ran out of fuel in the pit.
Nice. I was wondering if that one lap meant you were plugged into the fuel nozzle. Just a little bit less. You came out, and he was right there, but you were able to hold him off.
Yeah, and I changed the front tires as well.
Wow. Nice. So you can do that. You could change two in about the time it takes to fill up. Is that right?
I would just 2 tires without losing any time. And for me, I had the feeling like Johan, which I was battling very hard. I struggled a bit after the pit stop because of the cold tires in the front. But as soon as they got on temperature, Johan started to struggle with the old tires.
Yep, it's a trade-off. I'm sure you both will be taking notes, and it's a long season. This is race 6. It's going to do great for your points. If you have any shout-outs, speak them out. And once again, congratulations, Mac.
Thank you very much. It was a great win. Thank you to all of you guys, and special thanks to Johan, my teammate. Also, I don't know what happened in lap 1 with McNeely. I didn't touch him, I believe, but still we net coded, I believe. And yeah, Jason had some pace too. So let's keep going like this.
Yes, it's a great race. We'll look for you next week. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you, Max. See you next week. Looks like we also have another guy who's probably still wiping the sweat off of his forehead. Sam Hubbard, you and Michael Odell were having a killer race there in the last 4 or 5 laps. How did it go for you out there? You with us there, Sam?
Yeah, man, I got you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah, that was definitely a hectic battle at the end. I had a lot of things to worry about. At that point, I was 1 instant away from getting a drop to a penalty, so I was driving just fast enough to not push the boundaries and keep him behind me. Yeah, super stressful in the last stint.
Well, it was a great show. You definitely put on a show, and I know that you actually had some bad luck. Did I see you go around once?
Didn't really go around. Had an unfortunate incident with the 24. He got loose on the exit curb 130R and just spun right in front of me. I had nowhere to go, so pretty surprised I was able to eke out the AM win after going through all that. Could have probably had a little bit more, maybe a top 5 overall, but it is what it is.
Yeah, well, the good news is that you get all the AM points. They're all yours, no matter where you finish in the pro. If you finish in the AMs on the top, you get all of the AM points. So you were only 23 points back from David Wortman. So I think you're going to go up from there. We'll have to check the Sim Racer Hub points later on in the week. But just want to say, man, congratulations. After a half spin, I'm sure you were up on the wheel and a little excited. But to keep your cool and come back to a great win like that, Sam, kudos to you, my friend. You did great win.
Yeah, thank you. It was definitely tough. Definitely hectic. Probably the toughest race I've been in really there towards the end. Lots of moving parts, lots of things to worry about. Yeah, hopefully it's just a little bit easier the next time out.
Yeah, no stress. Did you have anybody you want to shout out to while I got you?
Yeah, just shout out to all the friends and family who joined in watch the stream on the on Twitch. It really does mean a lot. I'll be looking forward to get back out there next week.
Yeah, you did great, Sam. I mean, like I say, it was a lot of fun to watch. And you guys kept it clean too. You know, I mean, really shout out to all the drivers. I saw you guys going through some lap traffic as well. And like lap 1 was clean all the way. So just great racing here in the Midwest Motorsports Series. We're glad you're a part of it. Do you have any experience at Sebring? Because that's where we're headed now.
I don't have a lot of experience at Sebring. I tested there for just a little bit in an LMP2 car, and that didn't go well. So we're going to have to really grind these next few days and try to figure it out. But might not be seeing a whole lot of me next week.
Hey, you never know, man. That's why we run the race, man. Well, again, we're glad to have you with us, Sam. Congratulations, and we'll look for you to battle it out throughout this whole season.
Thank you. Y'all take care.
Thanks, Sam. Good job. Congratulations. Congratulations to everybody that raced. We appreciate you. We're glad you're with us. For Josh Watt in the booth, I'm James Johnson. We'll see you next week at the Midwest Motorsports Series to Sebring.